What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Out of Bounds. It is season 3, and it's the first episode of season 3, and we have completely jerry-rigged a setup to do this in-person interview with this gentleman and he goes by the name Kilo G. Say hello, Jordan. If you guys don't already know who Kilo G is, he is probably one of the biggest dubstep, midwestern dubstep producers around, especially here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Especially mostly around just in Iowa in general.
Very kind words. I think litter more those, but get it.
Yeah. I think you're one of the most popular men. So
I've been doing it a while. So I mean, gotta stay humble.
Right. You do gotta stay humble. I mean, it's a tough thing to go through. But with when it comes to like starting your music and whatnot, when did you know you really wanted to start doing what you do now?
Well, I guess like growing up, I always doing music in different forms. Classically trained in a bunch of instruments. From there, I mean, it just kind of slowly evolved into me doing electronic music, and I really enjoyed it. And here I am still. So.
Right. Was there like really any influences that made you really want to get into electronic music and whatnot?
I mean, the first electronic music I heard, and I was hooked from the start. Roscoe has always had my heart.
Roscoe, yeah.
Roscoe, hands down.
Hands
still,
down.
Still have yet to see the man live. Kills me. My friends have.
Including me. I'll be seeing him next weekend.
Yeah, see. Brutal.
Yeah, it is definitely brutal. So what really was it really like a driving force to you wanting to start electronic music? Like when did you know this was something that you could really make for a living and so on and so forth?
I don't really know if there ever was like an aha moment, like right, like it started out as just like having fun with it, just making it. It's a blast. It's just something I did to pass the time, and it kind of just, I wouldn't necessarily say like took off, but it definitely turned into something.
It definitely turned you into one of the most popular men in this city.
Oh God.
I know, you gotta stay humble. I understand. But like, no matter where you go, like you and me both know, like I'm always going to shows when I can with you, and it turns into like you want to get into the show, but next thing you know, just like that, someone's talking to you.
Well, yeah.
Just like that, someone's talking to you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a popularity thing. Like I like talking to everyone. I like having, it's those friend connections, especially local shows. Like we all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really like seeing friends that I don't really get to see that often. I mean, it's something. That's really all I want to say on that. I mean, sometimes it's great, sometimes it sucks. Great.
Right.
Communicate.
Right. Always. Well, it's always been a thing. You've always been like very well connected with everybody else. You're always talking to people after shows. You're always hanging out with people. I mean, we even talked about this over at Cosmic, that you always love going to the after parties and chatting with everybody and hanging out with everybody.
Well, especially tours. I touch base more on that because it's really important that you make a connection with crowds, especially not in your local area. Because I mean, word of mouth is huge in this. Super important that make a good, like, I wouldn't say good impression, but just don't be a douchebag. Like if you talk and communicate with people, I mean, that Next time you come to town, they're gonna tell their friends like, "Hey, he came over and it was awesome, it's a blast. He's a great guy." And they're gonna bring their friends, and they're gonna bring more friends. You know,
yeah, it builds a really lasting relationship.
Absolutely,
with the city, whoever you were with.
Yeah, and that's important. I don't do it just for like a check or something. It is. I mean, it's an experience, and I love doing it. It's great.
Right, exactly. Well, with when you make your music, it obviously takes time. It's what really, let's just say, what really drives you to make, like, do what you do, like making beats. I've seen you do it before, like making beats, making samples, whatever you do. I saw it firsthand, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it's a process. It's something. It's something.
It's so much more than what people think. People think I just click buttons on a computer, which, I mean, technically, in a sense, you could break it down like that, but there's so much going on in these programs, and I'm like individually programming all of these sounds, do exactly what I want. Like, it's not like I'm just clicking and making a pattern. I mean, I'm writing music, so I mean.
Right. You're thinking of ideas. You're thinking of titles.
And
you're thinking of.
You have. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're good.
You have free range of creativity. Even say you can play an instrument, but you're not very good at it. You could make stuff that you can't play. Like, you could draw. If you could draw it out, it'll play it, and like that's huge. Like, I basically, if you have a general understanding of music and music theory, like you can basically get through everything. Like,
right.
It's awesome.
Right. Exactly.
So I have 100% range of creativity.
Right. And you were definitely, like, creative when it comes to music. I've like I said, I've seen it, and well, not just that. A lot of other things you do outside of music, you're quite. Let's just say, I think you're one of the more handsy type of people I know. Like no pun intended, by the way. Not. You know what I'm saying, like handsy, like as in he knows what to do with cars. He knows what to do with certain things with, like, speakers, like sound, just anything in general. Like,
well, I mean, I think it's super important to know that stuff. I mean, I'm a dad, and that's knowledge that I want to pass on to my kids.
Right.
It's knowledge that was engraved into me by my family or friends or any jobs along life. I mean, that's something that I think everyone should, if they have the opportunity to, is learn as much as you can. I mean, we're here once. Like, that's me. I wouldn't even say like I know much about it. It's just, I know enough to work through it, and then what I don't know, I try to figure out. Like,
right.
That's how I get through that.
Well, what being a father and whatnot, is it? You'd say that's a blessing?
Yeah, no, being a father is great. Yeah, it's great.
Not really much else you could say to that, huh?
I love my kids.
Yeah, obviously. Well, what's one thing one thing you definitely would want to pass down to your kids eventually? Like, what is something, like?
There isn't one thing that I would.
Oh, many things. Okay, maybe not one thing. Many things you would like to.
Anything I know, I want my kids to know that I can do. I mean, my daughter's 5. She's already cooking with me, obviously. Very strong supervision.
Cook some mean biscuits and gravy.
I will claim on here I have the world's best biscuits and gravy.
Yes. Even though I never had it, yes.
It's delicious. It's the best.
Yeah.
I would literally eat it all day, every day if I could.
Right. Exactly. But in your, like, obviously in your free time, you're not always just doing music. What are other things you really do when you're out during your free time doing other things other than making music, or obviously doing shows out here in local or touring throughout the US?
Well, a lot of my time, I still work full time, so a lot of time goes to that. From home with the kids. We go fishing a lot. I try to skateboard still. My body just doesn't like it that much anymore. just hang out. I mean, it's nice to just hang out, to be able to relax. Play a lot of video games.
Yeah,
Apex for sure.
What?
Twitch.tv/KiloGDubs.
Definitely the plug game strong, people. He does stream on a regular. I helped him setting that up.
Yeah,
trying to help
for that, because I was lost.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll teach you how to make music. You teach me how to set up a stream.
Right. Well, one of these days. I know. I've always wanted to learn how to DJ and whatnot.
Yeah. DJing and making music are two completely. A lot of people don't understand that.
Well, yeah, because
you gotta imagine four ways you could go through. There's production, and then there's DJing. And to me, I mean, I started producing before I started mixing, but it was kind of hand in hand. So I guess production is actually taking sounds, making sounds, crafting the whole entire project together into making just a track, one song. Right. So then, if once you're done with that, and you go to DJing, you're taking those finished individual songs that you've done, and you're mixing them together. Right. You know, you're blending in parts and blending out parts, and you're mashing them all together for a whole set, you know, or messing around, whatever you're doing. There's two completely different aspects there.
Right.
A lot of basically, if you sat down and watched me make music, you'd be like, wow, this is boring, you know, because I'm listening to the same 4 bars over and over, tweaking a snare, or changing a synth, or writing a new melody, or, you know, it's something that I hear it when I release a song. I hear it probably 800 times before it gets out, just because I'm reworking stuff.
Right.
Doing that.
Well, speaking of like with how many songs you've bought out, let's just say, I guess it's a tough question. What was the one of the most, which song was like one of your most favorite that you've ever made? Like
favorite that I've made?
Like in the process of you making it.
Wow. I don't know.
Like no matter how long it took, like.
I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer for that, because to me, it's weird. I mean, other producers out there, I'm sure they could relate, but once you finish songs, it's very hard to not almost forget about it when you're on to other projects, because it's all the same process, and the process is what's fun. Like,
right.
It's a great time, and it's hard. I did a remix with Pandemic, and I still remember I was living in an apartment in Des Moines, and he came over and he's like, yo, I have this synth, and he's like, we're gonna do this remix competition, and I was like, all right. And he sat down, and we literally, like, shoulder to shoulder, sat at this little tiny table in this side room we had in this apartment. And we wrote that whole song, like we just went through it, having a blast, drinking. It was great. That was probably one of the more fun experiences of producing, because I mean, a lot of times, a lot of my collabs I haven't. Oops.
No,
a lot of my collabs aren't in person.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically I'll make a part, or someone will make a part, and then we'll basically shoot it back and forth to each other until it's finished. And so it's really nice to be able to sit down and work with someone. I also know that like brings a lot of issues sometimes. People butt heads a lot, but me and Kazi, that was a
yeah, definitely. Getting away from music. Obviously outside of music, you're doing you're working, you're doing you're working on cars, you're hanging out with everybody else. But a lot of people know about your love and your absolute love for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Can I swear on here?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fuck
you
yeah.
can.
Fuck yeah. Go Hawks.
Absolutely.
Fucking Hawks. Yeah.
When did you first? Okay.
Oh no, I was born into that. There was no moment where it's like, is it a question? No, go Hawks.
Yeah,
Hawks.
I mean, in the state of Iowa, for anybody that's watching on Twitch, I know everybody that's in the Facebook chat right now, you're gonna know the fact, like, if you're in the state of Iowa, you're either born a Hawkeye fan or you're born a Cyclone fan.
I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we feel sorry for anybody that's a Cyclone fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with all the smaller colleges too. No ill will. You and I love you as well. I just cannot look you in the eye if you're a state fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go Hawks.
That's the exact thing I say every time. Like if unless UNI's playing Iowa, I will root for them. If they're playing Iowa State, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna root for UNI. I mean, I've caught myself rooting for Iowa State because like when, okay,
they had a pretty good basketball team a few years ago.
Yeah. When the thing is, those few years when like they're not good at all, you know, Hawkeyes are dominating every single time. You know, it's not fun. It's not fun watching us well, maybe it is sometimes. But
that is always a fun time.
Yeah, but like
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one.
Okay.
If I was winning, I don't care.
It's always fun watching a team being able to compete with us. They're actually doing well for once in football.
Gotcha.
I mean, you know, like I'm still not a fan like you are, or not a fan like everybody else is around here.
I'm not wearing an Iowa hat. I don't know what I'm doing with my life right now.
Well, I mean, it's either you're wearing that hat or you're wearing a Cubs hat, or wearing, I mean,
it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's definitely all over the place. But one thing it is with everybody in the state of Iowa, stereotypes. I mean, it may not be a complete negative with stereotypes with Midwesterners, but we drink Busch Light, we watch Iowa Hawkeyes, we say "oop" all the time. Oop. And
that is true.
Yeah, that is so true. And
we're generally just super nice people in the Midwest.
Oh, always.
Like, it's awesome. You travel around and people are like, "Where are you from?"
Right.
Like, Iowa. You need to go back where you're from because you're not gonna have a good time here.
Well, I mean, you come to Cedar Rapids and it's not.
It depends.
Like it depends on where you're going in Cedar Rapids, like. But like, it's not always a fun time. Well, where you've gone in throughout, you've toured with many DJs lately. You've told me who you went on tour with. Phase One.
Oh no, those weren't full tours.
Those weren't full tours?
Nope, those were just shows.
Oh, okay.
Just one-off shows. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think Phase One was just because I think I was in North Dakota, one of the Dakotas. I think I played Bismarck the night before, and then on the way back I played with Phase One. I was in Fargo.
Right.
No, that was a blast though.
Which guy, like, out of all the tours you've ever been on, like, what was the best tour you've ever been on? Like,
all the tours I've been on?
Like, was it your tour you went on, or was it the one you've gone on with Dirt Monkey?
Yeah, I would probably say Dirt Monkey. Patrick is just an amazing human being, and it was just super enjoyable just to. I mean, I think it was just like a month, like April tour. Yeah, no, that was probably the most fun experience. Nodix was there too. Actually, Pandemic on a few stops. Well, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So that was dope. That was dope to have him too.
Right. So there is one thing I did want to do, and it's kind of similar to what you ever seen Hot Ones?
Hot Ones. Oh, is that the wing eating thing?
Yeah, where you interview and they pull something off of Instagram, and then you explain you explain what is it that like what is the message behind that Instagram post? And I've got your Instagram up right now.
I'm gonna be terrible at this.
Yeah. Some of you, I'm gonna show it to you right now.
I did it. Okay.
I'll show it to you, some of you right now, but the first one, and I will definitely be showing this to everybody on YouTube, but the first one I'm going to show to you is this one.
Oh, that was a fun one.
What was behind that one?
That was Saturday in the Park. Was the first electronic act. Sioux City, Iowa. And I fucking love Sioux.
Yeah.
I will always love Sioux City, Iowa. I want to come back to Sioux City, Iowa. It's been too long. So they have this yearly like festival. It's called Saturday in the Park. And they have like their main stage. They have like big people. I think I don't remember it. Like Chelsea Musgraves or something.
Oh, Casey.
I don't know. Whatever.
Casey Musgraves.
She's a country artist or whatever. So she was playing main stage when I was doing that during my set. So basically, we showed up I showed up. I don't know, like early afternoon, like 1 or 2 o'clock, and we went to that stage, and there was, I don't know, like maybe like 40, 50 people there, right? We're like, okay, cool. That's fine. I got my rider. We went, kind of walked around. We went, hung out at the hotel, and I come back like an hour and a half before my set or something to hang out, and a guy by the name of Sir Mix-a-Lot played right before me, and I remember walking behind that stage and looking out, and it was just an absolute sea of people, and I absolutely fucking shit myself. I was terrified, and I kept Mama Selby was backstage with me, and I just kept looking at her and saying, they're gonna leave, they're gonna leave, they're gonna leave, they're here for Sir Mix-a-Lot, they're gonna leave. And then they never left. Wow. And it was fucking wild.
They must have went nuts when you came on.
It was there's very few shows that I just have 0 words for, and that is just one of them. Like, I'm just always so grateful that I was able to experience that, because it was definitely a highlight right there.
Top 2 favorite shows you've ever played?
Oh yeah, I mean, at least.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I'm troving through your Instagram right now, and we're gonna go over to.
That was on the Dirt Monkey tour.
Yeah.
And that was the stop that Pandemic came in. I think it was La Crosse, Wisconsin. Yeah, no, La Crosse is always dope too. I love anywhere I can play. I mean, it's great. It's always an experience. I love meeting new people. I love talking with everyone, and that was I don't think they throw shows there anymore though. The company based out of there was actually the company that was managing me at the time. I don't think the company's really together anymore, but I know the people that were in it, that were running it, are doing their own respective things, and they're doing great. Brandon, Chuck, hello, miss you.
Definitely. Well, with what we got, well, we picked a certain day, obviously, with what's going on tomorrow and Saturday.
What's going on tomorrow and Saturday?
I mean, what's going on? What's going on tomorrow and Saturday? It's a certain festival you've been going to for how many years now?
Oh fuck, I don't know. I think this is, I don't know, 6 or something.
6 now?
7? I don't know.
Because I remember the years playing back at when you were playing at downtown.
I miss downtown.
You and me both.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
But I understand exactly why they're doing what they're doing, and I get it. They're growing, and it's amazing. It's amazing to see that grow here in Iowa.
Yeah.
Like Dan, Raj, everyone is doing a great job.
That is the same thing I've said. Like, there's not much here to do in Iowa, and you bring out
there is. Well, sure there is.
Okay. Besides drinking Busch Light and troving through cornfields.
Crown Royal.
Okay. Crown Royal. Yes. Crown Royal sponsor this man.
Oh God.
Everyone knows your love for Crown Royal.
Absolutely.
But with how much there's not much to do here in Iowa, especially when you bring in like big name concerts, with the fact that they were able to bring guys like Wiz Khalifa, bring people like Illenium, oh God, what year Zed's Dead they bought. The first year I went to 515 Alive, basically just popping my cherry with the festival. Waka Flocka.
That was the last year downtown.
That was no.
Yeah.
Zed's Dead was with MGK.
Didn't Waka and Zeds play the same?
No. It was Waka. Waka played with BTSM and then Snails.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the last part after Waka got canceled because it started downpouring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, they merged together.
Yeah.
I love it. It's just always a great time.
Yeah. Basically, the amount of things they did for this state is insane. It is absolutely insane. I can never thank Dan enough for bringing the amount of shows he brings, especially with all the EDM shows he brings to Iowa City, Des Moines, so on and so forth.
Yep.
It is absolutely amazing. But it was they popped my cherry. It was Black Tiger Sex Machine, Waka Flocka. I don't remember who else I saw. Snails. I think the next year I ended up seeing Boombox, and that was just in general, like discovering new music when I go to these shows. It's an amazing feeling. Like, being able to discover. I discovered Boombox Cartel. I discovered going to shows. I discovered you.
Yeah, I mean that's the magic of this.
Right. Exactly.
That's especially when you throw all these different artists together in one spot. I mean, you're able to wander around and you're able to. I mean, you might hear something that you like that you never knew that you did like. Even certain genres, like you could be like, oh, I don't like that genre, and then you'll hear someone be like, oh, this is great. Like, hey, like it's kind of going against the precedent that I already set for myself. So it gives you the opportunity, because like say you don't like a certain genre, and you're not gonna go to that type of genre show.
Right.
But when you mix all the genres together in a festival setting, you're able to experience that when you wouldn't just go to it by itself. So I mean it's great for festivals to be able to do that, be able to walk through and experience all that.
Right. And you obviously think obviously the 5 on 5 really mixes together the rap and electronic genres very well, because a lot of people I talk to, they get confused about the fact that, why is this electronic music with why is Waka Flocka with them, and so on and so forth.
You guys saw exactly how that went down. That's exactly why.
Yeah, to start a fucking party. I mean, how much love that man has for the EDM community is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, especially like I still see the post every once in a while, and it's like next time someone asks me what's in Iowa, or something about like nothing but cornfields in Iowa, I'll show them this picture, and it's him on stage at 5 on 5.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely wild. So most people know you as Kilo G in the electronic music, but outside of that, what music really influenced you in general? Just not with electronic, because obviously some people have seen this. I've seen this too.
If you hang out with me not in a show setting, I'm never going to be.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say never, but I am literally stuck in high school when it comes to my music. Like 100%. I still listen to all my shitty I Hate the World emo bands. Literally every day, all day.
Exactly,
unless I'm writing music, or unless I'm prepping for a show or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I would say a solid 98% is all the same bands that I listened to my whole life.
Yeah, because like no lie, guys, pre-gaming before a show, we'll go to a show like Cosmic. We rode in the car to Cosmic. You know what we're listening to? We're not listening to his music. We're not. Well, okay. Correct me. We're listening to his music because Aaron was asking questions. Yeah. Shout out to you, Aaron. Your YouTube is amazing. But we would listen to heavy metal. We would listen to Frank Sinatra.
Absolutely, I love Frank.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra is a good music to pregame to. Not gonna lie.
No better voice to hear as you're going to a 3-day festival. I guess Cosmic's 2. than the soothing sounds of Frank Sinatra.
Absolutely, absolutely.
See, you question it when you hear it. But
I questioned it the first time. Okay,
but you do it, and you're like, I get it.
Yeah,
I understand.
Like it's soothing. Like you don't want to listen to, like just like something that's gonna make you go like this.
That's what I'm gonna be doing all weekend.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're gonna be doing all weekend. So why do you want to listen to this now? Like unless I mean I'm listening to that, but that I'm only listening to that knowing that I'm not going to like festival or anything beforehand. You know, like it just
I know, that's wild.
Yeah. So I will offer anybody here in chat, Facebook, Twitch. You guys can ask any type of question you would like. No question is out of bounds. No pun intended.
No, they're out of bound questions.
No, there can be out of bound questions. There could be out of bound questions, but you guys can ask any kind of question to Jordan here. Kilo G, anything you would like, anything you really want to know, anything that like I haven't asked yet. Really, it really has been all about what he does outside of music and what he does for his music and But I'll open the floor to questions right now for any of you guys, so we can. If you guys would love to bring any more insight or ask anything you guys would want to know. I know, like in the past, you've done like live streams back at your house to help out other producers. Like people will send you your music, their music, and then you'll listen to it and you'll give your constructive criticism.
Which at the same time, it's like I don't know. I second guess myself because there's so many new people coming out. And there's so much in my eyes. There's so much better. So it's like when I get sent some music, I'm just like, you don't need to do anything to this. This is great. Like just keep doing whatever you're doing. Like, but no, that's awesome because a lot of times I don't really know how to describe it. Other producers will understand what I mean right away. It's like something could be terrible, and you hear it so much, like over and over and over and over, that it gets engraved into your head, and then it's stuck in your head. So then you think it's good, but if you take a break and then listen to something again, it's garbage. So it's nice to be able to send things back and forth to people and be like, "What do you think about this? Tell me what you actually think." You know, don't just sugarcoat it and say it sounds good, dude. You know, like you need that constructive criticism in this, and it helps out tremendously.
Right.
No, I really, really do enjoy doing that. And I haven't done that in a while. I should do that again.
Yeah, it was fun and enjoyable to watch because then I'm sitting there as a bystander because obviously I'm almost at his house every week. I'm sitting there in the back and I'm hearing this music. I'm like, yeah, I like this shit. You know, like I love this shit. Like, and I hear it's even that like I hear music that you have and you play at shows, and then I hear it. I'm like, oh shit, where can I get this, man? And he's like, you can't have it.
The old plates. It's for a reason.
Yeah, plate. Something new, you guys. If you guys didn't know that, plates. Music that you will hear at shows, but you will never get your hands on.
Yeah.
But so. Yes, Lil Xan is better than Tupac. Yes, he is in my house right now.
Wait, that was the question? Is Lil Xan better than Tupac?
No. He that's his name for some odd reason. It's one of the wackiest names I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
like obviously.
Wait, his name on Twitter. Oh no, that's great.
Yeah, like I mean, we saw Lil Xan last year. He was.
Did he show up?
He showed up. Trippie Redd didn't show up.
Oh, okay. I
know
Denzel Curry did, and he showed the fuck up.
No joke. Denzel Curry showed up last year, and
that was one of my favorite. Like, that was one of my favorite random. Like, I'm gonna go see Denzel Curry. I went there for one song and enjoyed the whole entire set. So, yeah.
What song? Great. One song was that? The meme song.
Well, yeah, it is a meme.
I am the one.
Yeah. Why can't I think of the name of it? It's literally
I can't.
It's literally my alarm in the morning still. Like That's what I wake up to. That's what I wake up to every morning.
Right. That's wacky, man. Trippie Redd is his favorite rapper. Why didn't he show up? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it was some flight issue or what. Okay, so
Taylor, it's Ultimate.
Yeah, Ultimate, yeah. Yes, you're right. I just poked myself in the face with the mic. So it's almost kind of, I wouldn't say like common in the rap scene, but they have a lot more like bailouts. Like they just won't. I don't know if it's conflict. I honestly don't understand it, because if I'm booked somewhere, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, but it's happening with Lil Nas X with the 515. He pulled out.
Yeah, and that was him. That wasn't 515. It had nothing to do. 100% him. He could get off Dan's dick, because I mean, there's nothing. It has nothing to do with him. Dan's working his ass off, doing everything he can for you guys.
Yes, I agree. I truly don't know what it is with when they pull out. It's weird.
It's a super awkward situation. I don't understand.
Like, I mean,
the thought process behind, like, yeah, my name's gonna be on that flyer this whole time, and I'm just not gonna be there. Like,
right. I mean, at least Lil Nas X pulled out like days before the festival. Trippie Redd did it the day of.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, that definitely.
I don't really remember too much about that situation, so I'm not really gonna touch on it too much.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So you gotta say, well, the Party at the Park was your favorite show to play at. You've been to many festivals.
Yeah.
Well, what was one of the favorite festivals you've ever been to?
I've ever been to?
Yeah, because I know one year you were able to go to Dance Festopia.
Yeah,
so.
Played Dance Festopia. That was a super weird set. I played. So what they do? I don't know if it was every night, because I was playing somewhere earlier. I think I flew up to La Crosse and played La Crosse. I remember I had to wake up super early and get driven from La Crosse to Minneapolis, and then fly from Minneapolis to Kansas City for Dance Fest. And like that night, I want to say like I played at like 3:00 in the morning or something, but they shut down all the other stages at Dance Fest. So there's just one stage that was going on at the time.
So like basically another stage for everybody, the ones that are actually awake.
Yeah, no, there was a lot. It was wild. I think I don't know, it's on my Instagram somewhere, but
yeah, I think I did see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I started that set out by dumping a whole Red Bull on the table. Literally first track, because the stage was, I don't know if it was the stage or the table, but something was rocky. And I remember like I jumped and I'm playing, and I just remember seeing this like blur to my right, and I'm like, what's going on? And it was a guy who ran up and he grabbed this Red Bull and set it back up and like wiped that and ran off. I'm like, oh fuck, I had no idea that I did that, but yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it was weird, because I think like Mayhem was there, Jester was there. It's like these people that like I look up to. Like I'm looking around, like, you're playing now, and that's me too. Like, okay.
Like this is just baffling, you know?
Yeah, like I'm just back there, like taking Patron shots. Like, all right, yeah, this is all right. This is okay.
Right. So if there was one person you could play on like in a festival, in a show, any sort of manner, like one person you could play with, one person you could produce a track with, one person you could do like a collab with, either one.
Roscoe.
Roscoe.
So
Roscoe. He's always been your main influence.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Right. Okay. Yep. Okay. Like, so no matter, like, that's one guy you would play, collab, anybody.
Roscoe.
Like, nobody else?
Roscoe. Oh, there's plenty that I want to collab with. But if I had to pick one, it was 100% be Roscoe.
Right. That makes sense.
100%.
So we got don't got much questions in the chat, but so we'll keep rolling through this. Nothing else much else I can see. But it's definitely been a fun show talking to you, man.
Yeah, no, it's been a blast.
Talking music and talking about a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, no, it's great to sit down and talk about other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, obviously with like with sports, you have a big love for sports and all that. You want, like, I'm always going over to your house watching Iowa football. You're like,
oh, of course. Good luck getting a hold of me on Saturdays. Football season starting up. Go Hawks.
Yeah. If you've never been to Kinnick Stadium, please go. Like, that is like something you would want. If you're not from Iowa, that's something you would want to put on your bucket list, because that is one of the, when there's nothing to do in Iowa, and then there's football, everyone's gonna be there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Last year, the year before, I went to my first actual professional, like, NFL game.
What game was that?
It was the Bears and the 49ers. Bears 49ers. And walking in and being in Soldier Field, it just was not, you don't get the same, I don't know how to describe it. Everyone that has walked into Kinnick understands exactly what I'm trying to say.
Like, you get a feel.
But it's not the same.
Like, but that's why so many people love professional football over college, or love college football.
I love college. I could watch college football all day. I won't. I just wouldn't say it, like, I don't follow NFL that much. Same thing when it comes to the NBA, or, you know, I can watch college sports all day.
Right. Like, no matter who it is. Like, I mean, even if it's Iowa State.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It depends on what reruns are on.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. But I could say for all certain that the one thing that anybody that's not from the state should do is go to Kinnick Stadium, be a part of the Wave. The Wave is one of the most beautiful things.
Yeah, that's wild.
That is one of the most beautiful things you could ever be a part of. It really is. But all right. Any final words for them, Jordan?
Go Hawks. As always.
As always. All right, chat. This has been a good podcast.
All
right, go ahead.
Yo. 6:37:15 tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Saturday. 515 Alive. Going back to back with the homie Nobel Prize.
Ugly Boys.
Ugly Boys. Forever. He is so goddamn ugly. No, Malcolm, I love you. You guys know it's always an absolute, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's out of this fucking world when you two go to.
Yeah, it's wild. Also, September 13th, Friday the 13th, I'm playing with Godzell. I have no words for how that's gonna go. It's gonna be wild. Actually rocking a shirt right now. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Oh, they can see that.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I don't even know how it's gonna be wild.
You have no words for it.
You have to see there. You just have to be there.
No, you know I'll be there.
Yeah. That's in Cedar Rapids at Woody's Porn Stars Ball. With a name like Porn Stars Ball, you know you guys gotta be there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Electronic music and women. Naked women. What could be better? Right? All right, chat. So please stick around, because we are gonna do a live. This man right here is gonna do a live mix right on stream, right here on Facebook and Twitch. We're gonna end this, and we are going to go back and come back to you in about 10 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes, and we are going to gonna play some goddamn music. It's gonna be a fun night.
Sounds good.
We're gonna make my parents' basement explode. So all right. For my last words, it's good to be back with this podcast. It's been so long since I've done it, and I miss it so. Damn it, I miss it so much, and it feels good to be back and having a homie here with me,
Absolutely.
interviewing him. It's a very fun time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, this has been Out of Bounds with CubsFan004 live on Twitch, and also live on SoundCloud. This will be brought over to SoundCloud afterwards.
Yeah.
So make sure you check out the podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, and possibly wherever podcasts are available.
Pornhub.
No, not Pornhub.
If it was.
No, stop it. All right. Take it easy, guys. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Later.